Well, how's it going, guys? And welcome back to a very battery chargery, dead battery version of Project Time Garage. Well, summertime is almost here, and getting out there and starting to, get my vehicles out and about and ride around in them a little bit. And whew, I'm dark here, aren't I? There we go. So the other day, I was out taking a ride in the starry on here, doing some errands and such, and just kind of enjoying the beautiful weather. And I guess I brought it home and maybe left the parking lights on, because I went out here this morning to get in it and move it out of the garage. It's dead as a doornail. So I'm looking for an excuse to do a review on one of those cheap jump boxes from TopDon because they sent me one, and opportunity presented itself. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but either way, that's what we're going to do today. So, car's been sitting here for, I don't know, maybe 2 days. Yeah, I think 2 days. Today is Monday. Yeah, it's been sitting here for 2 days. And actually, I don't know if I left the lights on or what I did. It may be a door here. If so, I can blame it on somebody else. Yeah, there you go. That's the problem. Left the door open. Left the seat reclined forward, but anyway. But regardless of all that, I need to get this car. Oh, look, it didn't close again. There we go. Regardless of all that, I need to get this car out of the way so I can get that Infiniti off of the lift, so I can get my little Datsun backed in here to shoot a video on getting it ready for the summer. So without further ado, let's get this TopDon battery charger and see if it'll just start this thing plumb flat. I mean, it won't even light a light bulb. In fact, when I get set up here, I'm going to stick a multimeter on the battery, and we'll see what the voltage is on it before we start doing this stuff. And also, once I start filming, I'm not gonna cut the film at all, or not gonna cut the video at all. I'm just gonna let it go seamless, straight through, beginning to end. That way there's nobody's gonna say, "Hey, you cut the video there. I bet you put a fresh battery." Whatever. You know how it goes. It's YouTube. Anyway, let's look at the jump charger. This is the TopDon Jump Starter 2000. It's a 12 volt car and truck jump starter with 2000 peak amps. Well, I guess the first thing we're going to do is get the thing out of the box. Let's see what we're actually dealing with here. Comes in a nice case. Already see that. TopDon. So let's pop it open. Oh, look, it even has a convenient little carry handle. I like this case, kind of rugged. Be good to just throw in the truck, let it bounce around with everything. This is the business end of it. This is the actual booster. I wonder what we have as far as power goes right now. 75%. So I haven't turned this thing on or haven't charged it up yet. I literally just took it out of the box. So we'll see if it'll start my my Starion at 75%. Hopefully it will. Anyway, so 16,000 milliamp hour capacity, 2,000 peak amps or peak current at 2,000 amps. Looks like it's got a Type-C input. It'll do 5 volts at 3 amps or 9 volt at 2 amps for input. It's got two USB outputs on it. One will do 18 watts at 5 volts, 3 amps, or 9 volts, 2 amps, 12 volts at 1.5. So that'll charge your junk. So on the side here, we have an output jack. This would be a 12 volt out, actually DC out 14 to 16 volt out on this. I don't know what I would use that for, but it's there. On this side, we have an input. So this would be a USB-C charging. And on the top is where all the business is. So this would be your 2 USBs. Oh, look, that one even says USB 3. Yeah. And this is where you connect your jump cables. Speaking of the jumper cables, what do we have here? Actually, two things right off the crack of the bat that I see that I like. First off, if you look at a lot of your jumper cables, if you open them up, you'll see that the cable is only connected to one side and the other side's just floating in outer space. These actually have a bridge wire that goes over and connects both of these. That's kind of cool, actually. I've got a few sets of very expensive jumper cables that have this, and that's nice. But overall, you know, there's a lot of tension on these things. They're like, that's a serious deal. They feel good. I mean, they feel really good. Nothing else in there that's very remarkable. I assume this is going to be our charge cable. Yep. USB Type A to Type C. And the destruction manual. How you destruct them. Okay. Well, I guess the only thing to do is go over there and just see if the thing will start the car. Let me set you on a tripod. We'll go do that. If you guys don't already keep a portable jump starter in your car, truck, SUV, boat, camper, whatever, then you probably should consider doing it. These things are cheap, they're good insurance, and I have one of some brand in everything I own. I've got them in cars, trucks, campers, RVs, motorcycles, bicycles, go-karts, skateboards, roller skates, roller blades, kids' car. You get the point. So they're so cheap you can't not have one, right? Plus, you know, they have a lot of other little features too. You know, they got the whole portable power bank, so they'll charge up your connected devices. They have like these little work lights on the bottom of them that you can click on, and you know, have like an area work light when you break down in the middle of a rainy, scary night on a dark, desolate highway or back road, which is the only time you break down is in the rain and dark, desolate, scary stretches of highway. At least that's been my experience. But anyway, they're handy to have. You know, I've actually had to use the ones in my vehicles quite a few times. In store parking lots, you know, somebody will have a dead battery, or I will have a dead battery, or somebody leaves lights on, or whatever. Plus, I have a fairly good collection of older vehicles, so it's easy to leave lights on and doors ajar and things like that. Anyway, I use the absolute heck out of these things, so I encourage you to go get one. I'm going to leave an Amazon link down below where you can find this one. Pretty inexpensive, so if you want to check it out, pause the video. Definitely don't stop it because you want to keep watching to the end. Scroll down to the bottom where it says more information or blah, 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 and I'll have a link to Amazon where you can pick this bad boy up. So, onward and upward. Well, let's start with the hood pop. For those of you who have never seen this car, I'll go ahead and put a link up here in the corner of the screen to a playlist on this car. This is a 1988 Mitsubishi Starion ESIR, so it's got the sport handling package, so it's a SHP car. It's got 48,000 miles, had 47,000 when I got it. Pretty much a survivor car. It's in remarkably good shape inside and out. It runs and drives unbelievably well. Everything under the hood, even the vacuum hoses and stuff, are still the originals. On here, nothing's ever been touched. It's got the original exhaust, original everything. It's pretty remarkable. Anyway, if you're into these cars, go check out the video. So anyway, let me get a multimeter and we'll check this battery. And then at that point, I'm just going to keep the footage rolling through the entire process. Okay, welcome back. I have my multimeter out and I have the battery charger out here. At this point, I'm not going to do any more trims or cuts or edits. I'm just going to let it flow through uninterrupted and let what happens happen. So, starting off with a quick test of voltage on the battery. If I can get you set up here like that, right there. Okay. I will just clip over to the negative post. I'll hold this up here so you can see it too. I have 1.84 volts. So I would assume that is a dead battery. Also, It's 11 of 21, so the battery's got a couple of years of age on it. So that's something to keep in mind. All right, and if I'm sniffing like crazy, Tennessee and allergies. Enough said. We take this, plug it in here. It got smart and some things came on. We'll try that. And this right here. Let's see what happens. So, I guess I press that. Oh, let's see. Here we go. Look here. I have got correct. So it's letting me know that they're hooked up the correct way. And then there's a, if you have them reversed, it'll, I guess the red light will come on. Here's a boost thing. I can press that. I should have voltage going to the battery now. I heard it click. Everything's going on. Pro tip on these. I found that for really, really dead batteries like this, if you turn it on and just let it sit for a second before you try to start the car, a lot of times it's better. Let's try to start the car now. I didn't know what to expect there, to be honest with you. I didn't know if I expected it to actually work or not, but doggone if it didn't. I lost 25% of my booster pack to it. So so yeah. Good. I'm well pleased with that. Actually, you still can't see me, can you? How about that? Yeah, I'm well pleased with that. So now, I guess the only thing left to do is leave the car sitting outside and let it run for about a week, get that battery charged up. If you don't already have one of these in your car, jump out on Amazon and get one. Put one in your car, put one in your wife's car, put one in your kids' cars. They're cheap, and they're really good insurance. I have one of these from pretty much every manufacturer, and they stay charged forever. They also have this handy dandy little flashlight on the end of them, so you can use them as a, you know, like a work light or whatever, trouble light if you have trouble on the side of the road. They're a built-in battery bank, so you can charge up your devices, you know, if something were to go awry. Go get you one, put it in your car, have a little peace of mind. You know, at least you're not going to be totally stranded, right? Guys, I appreciate you watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Go check out the car on other stuff if you'd like. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Tell all your friends about us. Guys, I'll see you next time.